Hey, what's going on, Fizz Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by once again this week. Y'all, we finally made it. We are officially in spring. If you've been watching the channel long enough, you guys know that spring and summer is my favorite time of the year. Fall is kind of up there, but I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy spring and summer because I know what's coming. The dreaded wasteland of winter. And obviously we had a doozy of a winter this year, so I'm very glad that it's over. And we're going to get into some spring flavors soon enough. But before we get into all of that, we do have a new release that I want to talk about. This week we're going to be talking about a brand new release from Jones Soda. Now, before you start typing, yes, I know we did just do two back-to-back Jones releases. We did Fiesta Jones 2 weeks ago, and we did Pop Jones last week. However, call me crazy, but I don't really think I want to consider those as canon Jones. First and foremost, they were not in the typical soft drink fashion that Jones normally makes. One was more of a sparkling water, and the other was sort of like a kind of prebiotic healthy soda. Neither of which was sweetened with pure cane sugar, which is kind of Jones' thing. However, this week's flavor also is not flavored with pure cane sugar. Let me explain. Everyone say hello to Jones Special Release Zero Cola. This is a brand new zero sugar release from Jones. However, it does return mostly to the classic craft soda format, with the glass bottle and the metal top. However, instead of pure cane sugar, this is supposedly sweetened with sucralose. You may know that commercially as Splenda. That would be the yellow pack. Obviously, Jones already has their own classic cola flavor, and there is a growing market for zero sugar colas. That got kicked off by Coke Zero about a decade back, which I still maintain as sort of like the gold standard for zero sugar colas, which if you have watched the channel long enough, you know that I'm a Pepsi guy more than a Coke guy. But Pepsi's zero sugar offering is nowhere near as good as Coke's zero sugar offering. So that, like I said, is the standard by which I hold all zero sugar colas, including this one. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and get right into the content that you guys are here to see. Let's go ahead and pop the top and give it the old sniff test. Now, as always, when we have a metal top, we always have to ask the question, will it twist off or are we gonna have to pry it? So let's see if we can twist it off. We can indeed. And let's give it the old sniff test. Okay, yeah, so this actually smells like Coke Zero. I mean, Jones probably doesn't want me to say that, but that's kind of what it's reminding me of. But with one exception, there's almost sort of like a spiced nature to this smell, almost like a cinnamon or a clove. You don't typically expect to smell something like that outside of like a holiday flavor, but that's kind of what I'm getting. I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, it just kind of smells like a lightly spiced cola. And I do think that is all the farther that the sniff test is going to get us. So let's go ahead and grab our trusty glass with ice and give it the old pour. Let's get a better look at this real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at that carbonation. That is what you would expect from like a Coke Zero Sugar or really any Coca-Cola product. So Jones is definitely focusing on that a little bit more here. That's good to see. Get a look at that. That is your classic kind of caramelized cola flavor that you would expect to see. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. Looks really good, smells really good. Now, Fizz Nation, I am really interested in seeing how this goes. So we have smelled it, we have seen it. Now it's time to go ahead and toss it back and give it the old taste test. And let's see what else there is to discover with this flavor. Fizz Nation, here's to you. Okay. So yeah, kind of just like it smelled. I mean, it is your classic cola flavor. Like this is definitely the Jones Cola that we know and love, but it kind of does have that lightly watered down taste of an artificially sweetened product. Like you can tell that it is artificially sweetened. However, unlike the sniff test, I'm not really detecting much of a spice in this mix. It's just a artificially sweetened cola, but it is refreshing. Like you've got your classic cola flavors. There's like a little bit of hint of berry. There's a little hint of root in there. Not so much that it's like a root beer or anything like that. They have a root beer and it's very good, but you know what I'm saying. I hope anyway. Yeah, this is not bad at all. I like this. All right, so what do I think of the special release Jones Zero Cola? I gotta say, Fizz Nation, I'm actually really impressed by this. Well, like I said, Fizz Nation, I love Coke Zero Sugar. I think that every zero sugar soft drink on the market should aspire to that level of greatness. And I think that Jones Zero Cola does a really, really good job of shooting for that particular moon. Like it's got a very comprehensive flavor profile. It's not really missing anything, just tastes slightly watered down, which is about what you would expect from a zero sugar cola. Like I think they did a really, really good job with this. This is definitely going to find its place on the front porch this summer. And so it is because of that I'm going to go ahead and give special release Jones Zero Cola 4 out of 5 sips. And I really hope it sticks around for a while. I don't want to see them do away with this. And of course, Fizz Nation, that is just my opinion. I would love to know yours. Have you found this yet? Did you try it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, Fizz Nation, that's going to go ahead and do it for me this week. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate the support. Please do us a favor, y'all. Make us famous in the algorithm. Go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button and ring the bell while you're at it so you don't miss any notifications for future videos. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and finish this up, y'all. You have an awesome weekend. We will see you next time. So obviously my attention is peaked. I am interested, so that brings us right to the content that you got.